Good morning, evening, or afternoon, everybody. It's Kago coming at you with another video. So today I wanted to take the time to talk about where Phase 3 has kind of faltered, in my opinion. Just things that are, like, not really right, and how I would improve them personally. This is just my personal list and sort of like some minor grievances and just things that I felt like were a just generally bad player experience. And obviously I'm also providing some solutions at the same time. I'm not just here to complain about things and, you know, like so many people do. But before we get into the video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Everything you guys do helps my channel grow, helps me get discovered, and helps me help as many people as possible, which is the entire point of my channel. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So the very first thing, and probably the most main feature of Phase 3, was incursions. Now, I have gone back and forth on incursions multiple times, whether they're good, they're bad, whatever they are, but ultimately I think they were pretty bad. And for two reasons. One, nothing ever, especially a brand new piece of content, like this is really the first thing that they added that was legitimately new content, where like it wasn't just, you know, a minor event change, right? Like this was real new zones, completely different. We've never seen it in Classic. We go through a portal and it becomes something completely new. And so those additions to it, it sucks because nothing should ever be best gold per hour, best XP per hour, and a required rep. Though that's the trifecta. If anything is ever all three of those things, then no one else does anything else in the world. They will just straight up go there and they will farm till they hit their rep, till they hit their level, till they hit whatever amount of gold they want. And so having something be that powerful, it absolutely obliterates the open world. I understand the need to make it desirable and to go there and have fun, but they could have done that with just rep, making it the best way to level and the best gold per hour at the same time. Kinda sucks. It really kind of killed the open world, and that always feels bad. Then this is more of a grievance that I have found here on Crusader Strike PvP server, is when you make it a PvE event, right? I believe that when it's advertised that way, I think it should be a sanctuary or have the opt-in and out system for PvP that we saw in STV. I know it's possible. And it's because of the fact that it is that brand new content. It is that awesome thing to go visit and see and discover. And so many people went there, and it just turned into 40 people raids just camping the ramp and really ruined the experience for a lot of people. And having your crown jewel, your big thing for the phase that everyone wants to go and experience, be just completely obliterated by 40-man raid groups camping on a ramp, murdering everyone that goes through. That's just a bad idea, a bad game design, and you can see that it had an impact because they're offering free transfers so people can leave balanced PvP super servers. So it's just, I don't know. I know obviously I'm on a PvP server, and obviously I signed up for that. Of course, I'm not complaining about that aspect of it. I'm complaining about it just being like advertised as a PvE event and having the ability to just do that and completely ruin the brand new shiny thing that everyone wants to go and experience no matter what. Just my opinion on that. Obviously, feel free to disagree if you do. Next is Wild Offerings. So, Wild Offerings I thought was a really cool design. I liked the idea of the system, going out there, getting these things. You can get some pre-BIS rewards or close to pre-BIS rewards. That is always a good thing to have options. And it's a pretty decent system because you actually have to go out there and farm the current max level dungeons. I'm not sure how to describe them, but like the dungeons at level 50 that you're going to be farming. I think that it is pretty good, that system. I like that a lot. However, I think they should have done more like a badge system that we see in Wrath and TBC, where killing the bosses earns you it, and it doesn't have to be a very specific boss, like killing Princess and then blowing the horn to summon the T-Rex. I think it would be cool if after you do the quest, you do the unlock, you then go and get wild offerings from any boss you kill from those dungeons. Like anyone in BRD, anyone in Marathon, anyone in Zul'Farrak just drops it, or select few of them. It doesn't have to be every single boss, but I think you get what I mean by that, because what happened was it created really strange bottlenecks that wasn't really fun gameplay. Like trying to organize 10 people to run into Marathon at the same time, and everyone clicks the portal, one dude misses the portal and they get killed, then they have to run back, and it's like a 10-minute run back all the way to the Mara portal room. It just created really weird, strange bottlenecks that I didn't think was very good gameplay either.
Plays on PvP
and
server,
next is the Dark Moon Fair cards. Since you can buy them with wild offerings, I'm throwing them in here. One, I think their drop rate is a little too low for it being sort of a level 50 thing that you go after and are supposed to get at level 50 in Phase 3, because I don't really see the longevity too much after this phase. I think their drop rate's pretty low, as well as I think it'd be a lot better if the wild offerings had a specific card. Like you could get a Dune card for your Sandstorm trinket from like Ace to 8, like you got a random one of that class instead of just a random one from all of them, because it's really sucks because you can only farm 5 wild offerings every hour, so that's 2 hours for a random chance, and so for 2 hours you get 1 random chance at a card, and you have a 1 in 4 chance of hitting the card that you want. And then, even then, you could get a duplicate of the set that you want as well. So it just creates a really weird RNG system that I think is too much for seasonal content that is supposed to be at a very accelerated rate. Next, the Epic Quest. I did enjoy the Epic Quest the first time I did it, of course, but it had a lot of flying back and forth between Moonglade, and I don't think anyone wants to spend over an hour just flying back and forth between Moonglade after they've done it once. So even with the Durotar supply logistics, they added bind on account things to help your alts get geared. So it would have been cool to see the Epic Quest patterns be BOA. So like once you do it on one character, you can just buy the pattern recipe and send it to your other character, because the quest line, yes, it's awesome and it's great the first time you do it, but after that, just running back and forth between Moonglade and Booty Bay non-stop is kind of weird, and I don't really think that it has much like, ooh, this is awesome the second time you do it. It's just kind of is like meh. Then Sunken Temple, I think it, after, raiding with it and having 20 people, and especially this week, this is where this comes from, Classic pre-patch came out, and my guild just, we didn't have 20 people, we only had like 13 people that wanted to raid. A lot of people wanted to play Kata pre-patch as well, and so I feel like it should still be a 10-man raid. I see a lot of pugs always struggling in trade chat to fill their raids. I see a lot of guilds struggling to fill their raids. I think at level 50 for a level up raid and the difficulty that they're at, I definitely think it should still be 10-man, and I think that system worked really well for Phase 1 and Phase 2. I'm personally undecided if it should be a 3-day lockout with less loot or a 1-week lockout with more loot. That doesn't really affect me because I can play whenever I need to, but for you guys who are rather more casual, I would love to hear what you think about that, if you like the 1 week or the 3-day better. Like I said, it doesn't really affect me all that much, so just would like to hear what you guys have to say about that. Then finally, I will say one thing that they really did good was runes. I enjoyed the runes and gathering them. They felt unique. They felt sort of like class-based, much better than the Phase 2 runes that they did. A lot of those were sort of streamlined and copy pasta. I really enjoyed the runes. The only one that I thought was horrible was the ley line rune, and I was a mage even, so I thought it was terrible just relying on such low RNG. Warlocks also having to do it, and then priests and paladins just being at the mercy of a mage or a warlock to go out, farm that, and be altruistic to help them just kind of really sucked. I think that's a terrible design. You shouldn't have to rely on another class to get your rune. It's just really bad. I do like some of the runes where like you can group up and go get them. That is fine. But relying on a specific class to go out and do something and then you're just there at their mercy, I think that's a terrible game design. But anyway, guys, that is it for where I think Phase 3 has faltered. I would love to hear what you guys think of all these things, the incursions, wild offerings, the epic quest, and the sunken temple raid, as well as the runes. Definitely let me know what you guys think, and obviously if you disagree, tell me why. Don't just be like, you're an idiot, I hate that. I like to hear your actual thought out opinion. So anyway, I truly hope you have a good day, and until next time, I'll see you later. Bye-bye. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. It truly means a lot to me. If you have Good morning, evening, or afternoon, everybody. It's Kago coming at you with another video. So today, I wanted to take the time to talk about possible Phase 4 launch dates, just going off of what we've seen when Kata's coming out, and, you know, what would probably feel the best for the SoD player base. Obviously, this is pure speculation. I do not have a source at Blizzard, and if I did, there would be absolutely no way to accurately say these are the dates, but we were right about the April 4th date with our 3-date prediction, so we are going to do the same thing here. It's not too difficult if you follow the full thought process, but anyway, before we get into the video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Everything you guys do helps my channel grow, helps me get discovered, and helps me help as many people as possible, which is the entire point of my channel. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So one little quick note, earlier I was talking about Crusader and I thought it was not available this phase. However, the formula enchant actually is available. It does drop, but you cannot get righteous orbs to actually use the enchant. So as you saw, it was going for 2,000 gold, which is kind of ridiculous, but I just wanted to take the time to show you guys that quick little thing and correct myself, because I believe that it wasn't a drop because I hadn't seen any yet. But anyway, the point of this video is possible Phase 4 launch dates. So SoD launch was on November 30th at about 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then Phase 2 was 10 weeks later on February 8th. Then 8 weeks later, we got Phase 3 on April 4th. So we've had about 4 weeks of Phase 3 right now, so you could think that the phase might be half over, or it'll be close to half over, because we will have Phase 4. Now, Phase 4, there are 3 possible dates that I think Phase 4 could be on, and that is going to be May 30th, June 6th, or June 13th. That is following the 8 to 10 week sort of range. However, it could even be later. They could make us stay here for 12 or something like that, just because of how much stuff comes with Phase 4. Phase 4 is 60, it's max level, there's rating, and they are doing a ton of sort of item revamps and changing a lot of stuff with the game. So I could see us being here for a while, and I think it's why they gave us a lot to do with Nightmare Incursions, the Wild Offerings, just a ton of like open world stuff to go out there and do, as well as you can do a lot of preparation work and get some in-game materials and things that you so desire. Even though it might be a little challenging, you can still, they're still obtainable, like they're within reach, so that could be something to consider as well. But for me, I really hope it is May 30th. That's the 8-week mark. I think that would be good. The only reason why I could see them not doing that is because Kata's launching on May 20th. So it could be very limiting with that, because that's only 10 days after. But maybe not. I really don't know how the player base is going to feel about Cataclysm launching, because it seems to be splitting us. My guild is kind of fragmented. Half the people want to do Kata, half the people want to do SoD, and, you know, even some people are talking about retail and trying War Within. So it's very, very interesting having, you know, this mixed match of all 3 WoWs releasing brand new, awesome rating, like in-game content at the same time. So kind of feels a little different. I know War Within's a little bit further down the road, but the alpha and beta, I think, came out. I think it's an alpha. I don't really know. Obviously, classic player, not retail Andy. But anyway, with these possible dates, I think Phase 3, you know, for me, I've kind of, you know, dialed back a little bit. I'm not pursuing every single class. That was a lot of effort, and I was kind of feeling a little burnout on the game because of how hard I went in Phase 2 and 3. But I'm getting along. I'm enjoying it. I'm just kind of raid logging right now. Unfortunately, we didn't do Sunken Temple as a guild because a lot of people wanted to do Kata stuff and Kata pre-patch, and I'm not really sure what my guild's doing, so if I do Sunken Temple, I'll obviously stream that for you guys. But I think Phase 3's been fun. I like it. I was very critical of it at the launch, and that's why I'm sort of making this video to talk about possible Phase 4 launch dates. So if I had to bet, I would say Phase 4 will probably come out on May 30th. I feel like the 9-week plan of June 6th would be a little weird, and then there's obviously the 10-week of June 13th, and it could be even longer. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think about this, when you think the dates were. We nailed Phase 3. Phase 2 we were a little off by a week or so, but Phase 3 we did hit perfectly on the hammer, and so it would be nice to see us being right with Phase 4 and this sort of content cycle that they're going on. But anyway, guys, I truly hope you enjoyed this video. I would love to hear when you think Phase 4 should come out, if you think it should come out sooner, faster, or if you want it to take longer. Let me know in the comments down below, and I truly hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, I'll see you later. Have a great day. Bye-bye. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so
Pretty disappointed with the State of Cataclysm pre-patch launch today. The entire patch is plagued with pucks, and some were heavily reported throughout the PTR. Some of the issues that the players encountered were Battleground disabled due to XP exploit. I heard this, dude. I heard people were going into Battlegrounds, and when you won a Battleground or something, you literally would ding from level 10 to like 60. Like, you would actually gain like 50 levels in one Battleground. Like, absolutely insane. Completely removed spells from some specs. Penance and Shield Slam was done. Missing spells only found in Professions tab. Unable to access tailoring without scripts. Unable to leave group without scripts. Guild chat not working. Logging in can remove abilities and talent points. There's already been a stigma behind Cataclysm Classic, and some of this is the first experience does it no favors. I have to assume that it's due to lack of resources, but Kata Classic seems to have been completely neglected by the Classic WoW team. And there's a profession tab here of literally showing Icelands and Ring of Frost and engineering tabs where they straight up just don't belong. Rivelin, thank you for the gift of sub.
For gifting Posh subscription.
Another thing that's a little bit interesting as well is that this is from Artemis Howell, sorry, who is a Classic WoW on the Classic WoW team, and she literally tweeted a tweet saying "help" with a job appliance, basically for the Classic WoW team. So it's pretty clear that they're just kind of understaffed. Yeah, and frankly, it shows because there's just not enough resources to really, you know, deliver a product that's not buggy out of the wazoo, right? Absolutely ridiculous. Screenshot of the XP gain. Is this from the Battleground? So they did a Battleground, took 8 minutes, and they got 8.2 million experience. I don't even know how this happens. I don't even know how this happens. That is insane. Damn. Yeah, so obviously the Classic team is, they need help. Alright, so if anyone wants to work on Classic WoW, guys, you know, let them know. Let them know. There's also a Reddit post about it here with some more things here. Level 1 has no spells. Spells all over the place in Spellbook, Profession Book. Can't leave dungeons without a script. Hunter has Hunter pet boards missing. No disenchant button. Guild chat is broken. Troll Druid can learn can't learn Rejuve, I assume. Boosted DKs don't have rune forging, which is a major part of their skill set for enchanting. Mangle still disappearing, need to respec for it to return. Warlock having an unstable affliction when spec demo. Wrath badges still showing currency panel. Hunters can also have explosive shot while MF spec. BG is disabled due to massive exploit, we talked about that. Warriors get all 3 specialties and their bonuses. I'm Titan scripting Mortal Strike with Vengeance and Shield Slam macro. Dude. What is happening, man? Is this this is like the new warrior meta? Titan, you literally have a two-handed, you have a Shadowmourne in one hand and you have a shield in the other, and you just go in and bonk people, dude. Warriors are looking good, dude. Oh my god. I really feel like Blizzard is forgetting people play Classic because it's slightly more convenient than piracy. I don't know, man. It's ridiculous, dude. It's the actual Cataclysm. The game's broken. Yeah, they took the Cataclysm very seriously. Izzy in the first Goblin quest does not spawn, so I'm stuck being level 2. You just can't level. You're just stuck on the island. Oh, you want to level the new Goblin in the pre-patch? No, you can't. You can't do the quest. Oh my god. Dude, I am really thinking about leveling a Goblin Shaman though. I'm not gonna lie. I really am thinking about that. Also, by the way, if you're leveling Archaeology right now, guys, you can apparently get level 85 items. So if you level up your Archaeology all the way up to max level, which some people already have done, you can apparently get 85 items already. Yep. So you can farm literally Cataclysm gear already at level 80. And I know, yeah, I know there's a Sinrock Cataclysm. There is a Sinrock 200 level 85 item. This item right here, you actually get from Archaeology. I'm not sure if you're able to get this already, but yeah. That's a thing as well. That is a thing as well. Very interesting. So there's been a lot of things going on, guys, obviously here. Also, I want to take a look at a few clips. We're gonna be watching a few Alan Doe clips, guys. Okay? You guys may or may not know who Alan Doe is. He is in the guild called, I think he's the guild master of a guild called Bipolar. And he's basically like a big PvE player in like Classic, all the way from vanilla up to Kata, everything. He's a big like parse Andy. He really enjoys pumping. He's been having a ton of interesting things happen on the Cataclysm pre-patch. There is a few clips I want to go through with y'all, which are a few different instances with different classes here. The first one is... I believe this is a Red Tree Paladin one, but let's see here.
Let's go. No one else goes. Seonsu, don't go. Don't go.
Damage me to bottom left, bottom right.
There, you know?
Alright, hit it, Raylan. Hit it.
Oh my god.
Ah! What up? You're lagging the server. Look at us. Holy shit. Dude, the entire instance just lagged.
He just did 10 million damage.
I seen something like this happen, what they're watching, where the whole server lags. We were doing Siege of Orgrimmar, and one of our multi-strike was just added into the game, so like one of our rogues was stacking multi-strike, plus he had like Blade Dance, plus he had like the one trinket from BRD. What the fuck is it called? It's from the last boss. Yeah, the Hand of Justice. He had 2 of the swords that have a chance to hit with an extra attack that were like heirloom weapons, and the dude would do insane DPS, but like it lagged everyone in the raid. So I'd imagine, I don't know if that's lagging out the entire server, but yeah, I've seen shit like that. Like, I guess it was at the end of MOP, right? Warlords of Draenor pre-patch. Yeah, that was some crazy shit. But it looks like this Pally is doing something similar with like Consecrate.
That is insane.
Yeah, this is getting fixed for sure.
So I don't really know what that was. Seal of Righteousness, Seal of Command. Maybe there's something with spreading them to everybody or something like that. It was basically incredibly bugged. So yeah, that's the first one. I'll link the clips as we go, guys, obviously. There's the first one here. There's a few more from Alan though. I just thought they were really fun to watch. Another one here. Fire Mage. Combustion. This is in Ruby Sanctum, guys. Also from Alando.
I don't even know what I
So
want.
what's mirrored images? Just fucking blast comment.
They're just fighting some trash here. Bro.
Oh shit.
Bro.
Fuck. I need a bop, I need a bop.
What the What is happening?
Oh my lord.
He's doing 500,000 DPS.
That's like Mr. Pandaria numbers right there.
He's doing 385,000 DPS. It's an infinite loot bug with tiny abomination trinkets. Okay, that was the one with the paladin. Okay, so the paladin one we just watched before was a bug with the tiny abomination trinket, which is this trinket right here. Your melee attacks have a chance to grant you Mode of Anger, which when you reach 8 Mode of Anger, they will release, causing you to instantly deal attack damage with one of your melee attacks. This was the one with the paladin, basically. But what was he just spamming? Flame Strike?
God, he's crying.
Nah, I guess he was doing a little bit of
my
everything, but Jesus Christ. As a mage main, this is normal and should not be changed. Okay, yeah, alright. Let's watch one more here. So this is another mage clip.
Oh my god, take your time.
I'm pre-walling.
Jay, you don't have to do anything.
What is this? This is in the Crimson Hall, yeah.
Any crits?
Combustion, bro.
I'm not critting, bro!
Pop Al.
Dude.
Oh!
Oh my god.
Holy! What? He just killed that entire pack basically by himself. That was 12 million damage in like a matter of what, like 10 seconds? That's insane! God, okay. Another one here. This one is just titled Pre-Patch is Ready. Guys, I just found all the Alando clips because they were just they're too crazy not to watch. I don't know, man. They're pulling Maragor here, which is the first boss. They're doing this in Heroic. 25-man Lord Maragor Heroic. Look at the health.
I have a crit.
Need some crits
What
here.
is a crit?
Look at the health bar going down
Are
now.
we listening or no?
Watch your feet.
They're pushing over 100,000 DPS.
Watch your feet.
Impact network on fucking bone spikes? Yeah, the guy's the boss is dead.
He's not even doing a
Yeah, I need a
bone.
bop, need a bop. No, it's on heroic.
Mages are
Yeah, we're gonna pull all the trash into Death Whisper in the next one. We're gonna bubble pull it all.
Watch your feet.
Look at the mages, man. The last spot on the damage meter of the mages is doing 50k DPS.
40k. Okay, you take the shards, right?
Zoro Prodigy needs that ASAP.
Yo, Prodigy Craig!
Yo, guys.
Yeah,
What?
don't pull. We're gonna pull everything into the boss.
That is insane. Here's this clip, guys. What? I don't really have them in order. There was just a bunch of clips, so I just got a buttload of them so we can watch them here. What's this one?
Okay, watch this. Don't do anything. Just wait. You can put elements up, yeah.
This combustion again. So what does he do? You can see what he casts down here, I think.
What the fuck?
We're fucking choking under pressure here.
Thunder, stop choking. Okay, look.
Thunder
Oh, it's the other guy.
Holy!
I think it's bugged.
Yeah, I think I'm going to move forward.
You think it's bugged? Alan, though, man. It's just funny hearing him like just freak out about it, though. What the heck, man? This is Ruby Sanctum, the final raid of Wrath of the Lich King, and that one mage there is just soloing that entire pack. On the damage, obviously, not the tanking, but yeah. Oh my god, I got 3 more clips. 3 more clips from Alando, and then we're done with those. It's just sad. In a way, I know it's pretty ridiculous. It's kind of funny though. In a way, it's kind of sad that it's so buggy and it's kind of shitty, but it's really funny. Just seeing how like like shit everything is. Yeah, that's what pre-patch is all about. But it is kind of shit as well. I'm gonna level of 8, yeah, maybe.
Go.
You know, maybe we should ditch the Goblin Shaman and just make a Goblin Mage, man, unironically. Was I'm walking.
Okay, right now?
Oh my god.
Oh, hungry and cold's on the
Hold
side.
on. Jay's fucking dead.
Alright,
Ah! I think I fucked it up. This is a dog shit combustion.
Check it out.
Bro.
It's on my side now.
You're not even doing 300k.
Nah, that's fucking bricked. Let Thunder do it. I bricked it.
Yeah, you bricked something,
Bro,
that's for sure.
I don't know. That was bad. Fuck, I want to go again.
That was bad. I only did 500k DPS, guys. That was bad. What? Okay. Oh, was this the Lady Deathwish purple? I think this was the Lady Deathwish purple they talked about. Let's see this.
Oh my man, I'm trying to crank. I'm feared.
Where did the balls go, man?
Oh, is this bugged?
Where did the balls go?
Oh, wait, so they pulled all the...
Oh my man, I'm trying to crank.
Wait, they actually did that. Wait, what? Hold on.
Full Bissy.
Oh, they just pulled everything with her, I guess. Yeah, okay. Jesus Christ, man. Okay, I got a final clip. This is on Hodor.
And I'm not either, man. Oh my god, here we go. Oh my god!
Who gets
Wait, stop DPS. I'm catching up, bro. He doesn't have enough HP. Bro. It just... 3.9 million? We gotta run that back, bro.
They actually did so much damage that Hodor literally actually lost all his health. He's not supposed to... Holy shit. That was... Yes, that was a 731,000 crit. 51,000 quid. Yeah. Jesus, man. Holy shit. It looks to me like, you know, it's just running as smoothly as it should. I have gotten this video recommended to me so many times. And you know what? Today will finally be the day that we watch it. It's from a channel called Folding Ideas. It kept pushing it into my algorithm over and over and over again. And now we're gonna watch it. It's called World of Warcraft Classic and What We Left Behind. Let's check it out.
I'm gonna be talking about World of Warcraft Classic, and as these things go, I've gotta lay down my bona fides. I have been playing World of Warcraft since launch. I have been playing World of Warcraft a lot. since launch. I have the Ivory Raptor, which involved farming up 1,000 gold within the first 6 months the game was out, and I did that in like 3. A few years ago, Blizzard sent me this nice little statuette commemorating 10 years of unbroken subscription to the game, which means that this is a cute little gesture from a company that made a game I really like, but also kind of yikes. I have this in-game Wind Rider pet because it came with this Wind Rider plush doll that I keep on the shelf behind my streaming setup. I've done server first raiding, I helped 3 people grind to High Warlord, I have my Brawlers Guild rewards, Mage Tower rewards, Swift Flight Form, and even the absurd Realm First Illustrious Jewel Crafter. Why did I get this?
I mean, I've got
why did I
That's
do what
crazy.
done
I never
to
had
get
like
this?
a tight
Point is,
group of
yes,
friends to, like,
I have
continue
played
grinding on with.
a lot of World of Warcraft.
Yeah, it does sound like an opening to like an
It was
AA
a close
meeting.
bit of friends that I had.
Hey,
Kinda,
I'm
that I
from
met
Folding
through, like,
Ideas,
something else, like,
and
I
I have a
met them
problem.
through 3v3 arenas or something.
Okay. Alright, well, let's see.
It just Pandora.
In August 2019, Blizzard Entertainment launched World of Warcraft Classic, a recreation of World of Warcraft more or less as it existed in 2006 towards the end of the vanilla game's lifespan after all the new content was released but before any expansions were added. While not a pure recreation, the deviations are small and few, most being concessions to the fact that WoW itself changed dramatically over the course of its first year. For example, one of the more dramatic, anachronistic changes is the inclusion of the in-game clock, a feature that originally wasn't added to the game until June 2008, almost 4 years after launch.
Wait, really? I actually didn't even know that.
Care has even been taken to recreate period-authentic inconvenience, such as the bespoke recreation of spell batching, originally designed to work within the limits of dial-up internet, which will, in turn, lead to things like canceling an ability only for the ability to cast anyway, or being well out of range of monsters while they continue to hit you in the back of the head.
Torrent leeway, man.
But returning to the Azeroth that was 15 years later is an interesting experience. It lays bare all the strengths and flaws of the game and really calls attention to the fact that World of Warcraft was kind of bad. Alright, I'm just gonna try to...
Hey, what the heck is that supposed to mean? Something I just realized as well is, do you think the reason why they didn't add the clock, maybe that's because they didn't want you to realize that you were like spending so many hours in the game? So, like, if you had the clock there constantly, be like, oh shoot, it's almost 7 p.m. I gotta go eat dinner. Because the same thing, in casinos. In casinos, there's no clocks as well because you just end up wasting all your, like, not wasting, but like spending all your time on it, right? Yeah. Oh, he's stuck in a. Oh.
Are you stuck?
Joe?
Yeah.
Are you f***ing kidding me?
Well, it's bad, but it's also really good. I mean, it's still a lot of fun, but it's also pretty garbage. It's garbage, but it's still a classic. Here, since I'm already in this hole, let me dig my way out. I really like to revisit old computer role-playing games. The genre has, through most of the history of electronic gaming, found itself at the locus of gaming technology, pushing both graphical capabilities and systems complexity. They were, in their heyday, often at the cutting edge of what the personal computer could do and what a video game could even be. This, however, also means that they're often quite experimental, which in turn brings with it a lot of compromises that modern players need to make in order to engage. Controls are typically unusual, frustrating, unintuitive, or unresponsive, and it's likely there's at least one vital game system that is utterly inscrutable, the game assuming you have the time, patience, and inclination to devise its operation through brute trial and error. Ultima Underworld is the first retail game with a fully 3D environment, but the underlying systems for character movement are pretty immature. It's not very precise with how facing translates to direction, leading to a lot of times where the player character is walking forwards, but at a kind of slanted angle. Dungeon Master 2 has a magic system revolving around combinations of symbols representing abstract concepts with no guidance on what anything actually does. The manual gives a bit of help by at least telling you that the first set of symbols indicate power level, but at the end, straight up tells the player to literally trial and error their way through.
Dude, when we played that Baldi's Basics game, a really weird comparison here, but literally all the items in that game as well, it didn't really explain them what they did. You just kind of clicked on them and then something happened, and then you could go into a vendor like later on, and then the items you had, you could read them there, but you couldn't read them before that, right?
Most of these games will allow you to just casually soft lock all progression by throwing away something vital, either on purpose or by accident. But it's not impossible for a modern audience to submerge themselves in the games, and once you're over the hump, it's generally pretty rewarding to see what originally sold players on Lands of Lore, Ultima Underworld, or Elder Scrolls Arena, to peek into the history of modern games and see the genesis of ideas, systems, controls, and vocabulary that persist to this day. Just, you know, maybe keep a walkthrough or strategy guide handy.
Yep.
This is much of the WoW Classic experience. There's several distinct humps for a modern player to get over, things that are, by today's standards, hostile, unintuitive, and obnoxious, but adapt to them, and there's an interesting and rewarding game on the other side. I have also found that it's actually easier to adjust to now than it was in 2004, specifically because Classic is essentially a complete product. While Blizzard hasn't activated all the content that Classic will contain, we know what all of it is, which has the odd effect of making it feel a lot more self-contained and easier to accept the jank as just part of the package and charm.
I guess, in a way, yeah. True, Mike, I think you went 15 months, by the way. I really appreciate that, dude. And thank you for the kind words.
Before we jump deeper into the jank of Classic, I do think it bears mentioning that WoW itself exists in the context of the game it was meant to compete with, but ultimately all but crushed. EverQuest. WoW was, from conception onwards,
I think EverQuest was one of the biggest before, right? And WoW was perceived as very casual friendly back then compared to that. Sickliest thing with the tier 1, by the way?
To be the friendly version of EverQuest, and elements of Classic that feel exhausting today, such as the relatively small number of quick travel flight points scattered around the world, were positively indulgent compared to EverQuest.
You mean you can just fly all the way across the world? Let me go get my monocle and top hat. Will they be serving hors d'oeuvres on this flight?
Oh, you think there aren't enough spiders in Dustwallow that it's going to take forever to get all the venom you need for that damn shield quest? Yeah, well, out here in Crescent Reach, there are 3 snakes.
Dude, I have seen some clips of EverQuest, and it does look like the game just isn't complete, but that's because there's just so little mobs. Like, some zones just look empty. It's crazy.
3!
I never played this, though.
3 snakes! Sure, by modern standards, it feels like a pointless waste of time to make the player return to a class trainer and spend silver in order to acquire new abilities and improve old ones, but
it's good RPG elements, though. Like, Classic is a slow-ass game, but it's rewarding, okay? It is.
When you put it in the context of EverQuest, where buying spells and learning spells were 2 different things, and it was possible to buy a spell you couldn't learn, and also some spells you needed to find as drops for random monsters, World of Warcraft was very much the noob-friendly approach. Why, look, you can even see all the spells you'll eventually be able to learn.
Oh god, they're so expensive. Game, please. Please, game. I just want to buy my raptor.
You're never getting that raptor, man. Maybe at level 47, okay?
I just need a raptor.
That's not to say that all the humps are contextual improvements over EverQuest.
Okay.
Some of it is just bad on its own, or obviously incomplete.
Like what?
World of Warcraft was pushed out the door probably a good 6 months early, leading to a pretty substantial and well-documented disparity in quality between the stuff the developers had been working on the longest, namely Eastern Kingdoms and the Alliance starting zones.
Yeah. You can definitely feel there's a big difference between the leveling of the 2 factions, for sure.
Stuff they had been working on the least, Kalimdor and the Horde starting zones. There's a few standout examples, like the area around Black Fathom Deeps in Western Ashenvale being little more than a rough draft, which maybe looks just kind of old and junky at first glance, but is a stark contrast when compared to areas like Shadowfang Keep or the Wailing Caverns.
Yeah.
The entire zone of Ashara is largely devoid of quests, not completely empty, but hardly the number or density that you would expect from a zone of its size.
They missed a lot of... There was a lot of shit that they didn't really actually get into the game, which was supposed to be there. And you can kind of tell a little bit, yeah.
Been a substantial number of NPC camps scattered throughout, staged with furniture and flags, but never populated. And oh god, this character is too low to be here. Oh god, oh no, oh no.
Well, rip.
F's in chat.
The Paladin talent trees weren't implemented until the game finally launched, and were clearly a last-minute rush job, with notable highlights being the Holy Tree, ostensibly a single-target healing specialization. Let's just take a short tour through this. The first tier contains improved Lay on Hands, which adds a small 1-minute armor buff to an emergency heal with an hour-long cooldown. The second tier has Revelation, which reduces the cooldown of Lay on Hands by up to 20 minutes, giving it a mere 40-minute cooldown.
That's pretty good.
The third tier begins the chain of talents leading to the tree's capstone ability, and those 3 talents are a damage boost to a single ability, an aura that increases holy damage dealt by your party, and the capstone ability Holy Shock, an instant cast, medium range damage spell in the healing tree. There was a lot of stuff like this floating around, some of it easier to change than others, and in a lot of ways the first year of World of Warcraft's life was spent just kinda getting the game finished.
Polishing it,
Some of the abrasive moments really just come down to different expectations. The massive in massively multiplayer was always a lot smaller than it ever felt, most of the heavy lifting being done by clever design, pressing players into interactions that felt more substantial than they really were.
Okay.
WoW just wasn't actually built to have that many players doing something in the same area at the same time.
I think I'm used to the memories of like a lot of private servers and stuff like that were like there was just a mega server always, like 10,000 plus players in a server, but they weren't really that populated like that crazily back then, right?
It
was like I think like the biggest servers had maybe 2K players, like the biggest, right?
Areas can typically only support 3 to 8 players at a time. Any more than that, and it quickly leads to over-competition, with players standing around just waiting for more opponents to spawn.
Okay.
While this encourages grouping up, it only does so to a point. You can't get credit for most quests if there are more than 5 players in your group, and a second full group is enough to strip a quest area bare like locusts. So, paradoxically, there's a lot of time in the massively multiplayer game spent looking for places to play alone.
Yeah, if you've ever done a fresh launch, you know that the goal is just to get away. Get away from the locust swarm of players trying to farm the quest and just get outside the starting zone so you can get away from people, man. But I mean, I don't know, I like that. It's kind of... It's kind of cool in a way. It's also really annoying.
Other reason than just to like
look at this.
Know that
Holy crap!
Oh
my god!
I love that shit. I think it's so cool. I think it's cool.
There's the line. See, that's the line.
Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to do that. There you go. Also, so you can see the face cam and stuff.
So Dan, cue it up.
I want to die.
But like in a good way. He wants to die in a good way. Like, oh man, I want to die. This is so fun. That's what he means.
This is
fun. Am I the psycho for liking this? I think maybe I'm the psycho.
All that said, returning to WoW as it used to be is also an enchanting experience in many ways. It reveals the flaws, yes, but also the things that have held up surprisingly well. The cartoonish, exaggerated aesthetic of the Warcraft universe, always praised as a strength of the series, continues to shine.
Good job on
Even
that.
the chunky, blatantly low-poly assets have their own charm, and after a few minutes of play, quickly blend into the scenery. And there's some moments of windowing, places where the game creates a frame to guide the player's view that remain stellar. One thing that really stands out to me is actually something I had forgotten about because it was replaced in the changes to the game over the years.
Okay.
The opening hours of the Orc and Troll quest lines lead the player out of the Valley of Trials, down the road to Razor Hill, through the pass in Dry Gulch Ravine, culminating in their entrance to Orgrimmar, the capital city of the Horde.
Yeah.
The path leading into the city leads the player to this frame at the threshold, the wide open space of the Valley of Honor,
good
with
shot.
the bank, flight tower, and zeppelin framed against the sky.
Yeah.
It's a compelling composition, evocative,
I'll go here so you can see
fantastical.
it.
It's a moment that really strikes the imagination and makes the world feel so much bigger than you ever thought it would be. The version of this moment as it exists now was put into the game in 2010 with the Cataclysm expansion. A huge portion of that expansion was dedicated to revamping the original world's content, since most of it was at least 6 years old, with some art assets being as old as 2003 or even 2002. The resolution disparity between launch content and stuff from the second and upcoming third expansions was stark, and it was a gulf that was only likely to grow wider as more content was added. Additionally, players had been clamoring for
I like Cat-Orc. I don't hate Cataclysm like Orgrimmar. I prefer the old one. The new one just looks a lot more like... I mean, I guess it fits the theme, like the war, right? Like with the garage and stuff like that. But I do prefer the old Orgrimmar personally.
Form flight to be added to the original continents, a much-loved feature integral to both the Burning Crusade and Wrath of the Lich King expansions, but the original environments had never been designed for free-form flight.
Yeah.
The old world ultimately consisted of a series of valleys scooped out of a giant mass, with questing areas joined by large blocks of featureless terrain.
There is so many areas like this in vanilla that's just empty. And listen, imagine if those zones actually existed. I mean, that would be crazy. Like, I'm just saying, dude. I mean, listen, man. I don't want to go on a rant, but listen, I'm just saying, dude. Imagine if they opened up this zone up there, maybe. Maybe there's some quest givers up here. Maybe there's some, you know, a dungeon up here. Maybe over there, you know, there's something over there as well. Bro, what about that place up there? Hold on, there could be something there too. What about that little place above Stormwind? There could be something there as well.
Fully hidden behind impassable rocks and hills. The flight paths all wound through handcrafted vistas designed to make the world look fully formed and sculpted while obscuring the giant empty spaces in between. It was very much an amusement park facade, and while
in a way though, I think it's kind of fun. I've so many times I've spent like trying to break out of the world to find like things like this though.
While some players enjoyed taking a peek behind the scenes.
Yeah, Grandpa, let's get you back to bed. I'm not tired. I want to play WoW.
The out-of-bounds areas weren't acceptable if it was going to be something all players could access just by flying up over the tops of the hills. The revamp was in a lot of ways needed, but a lot of what they revamped things to was kind of questionable. Cataclysm as a whole is not a fondly remembered expansion, and a big part of that is in the details of the decisions that were made. Blizzard decided that rather than merely updating the terrain and cities to look more cohesive with newer, higher resolution content, and rather than just filling the voids between zones in a way that would look boring but presentable when flying, they would instead dramatically alter the world itself in a massive cataclysm and advance the timeline so that the state of the entire main world was concurrent with the endgame content. This had some side effects. By advancing the timeline, many of the new zones were now sequels to their original versions, following up on the storylines that played out before the Cataclysm. But these new storylines only made sense if you were already familiar with the previous story, which was now no longer accessible. This kind of self-referential storytelling is ultimately the blood of Cataclysm, with a lot of moments in the expansion being...
Wait, so you in this spot, you find Onyxia here, yeah, I guess.
Retreads of older moments from WoW's history, delivered with a cheeky smile and a wink to the camera.
Mortals that fancy themselves heroes have entered the Broken Hall.
Really?
Oh, I do hope this raid will amuse me more than
In this
Yeah,
regard, the new
okay.
entrance to Orgrimmar is no longer intended to welcome new players to a wide-open world, no longer framed to spark the imagination, but a blunt shock for old players, an overhaul of layout and aesthetic.
And I think that's why a lot of older school players hate Cataclysm, because it's like it's so different, right? I don't necessarily think it's a horrible thing. I think the whole shattering and all that stuff, it was a very what's the word? Daunting to do, right? Like, we're gonna take all this whole world you love and we're gonna destroy the whole thing and change it. Essentially, it is in a way WoW too, right? Like they try to rebuild the whole world in a way. So I mean, you can hate it or like it, but it was definitely very daunting and very, very a big move for them to try to do, right? As someone who started in Cataclysm, I quite like that though. It created a sense of myth and legend to the world, knowing that I didn't experience those old quests and reoccur before I started playing. I can see that too. Yeah, I can see that being a thing as well. Old Orgrimmar equals soul, new Orgrimmar equals no soul. I don't think that it's like, I don't think that it has no soul. I think it's just the city serves a different purpose and it's like a different feel of the world, right?
The change in leadership from Thrall to Garrosh.
That being said, I do prefer the old Orgrimmar, but I think this just has a different feel. Like when I see this, I think like war, right? And I guess that fits the theme of like, you know, with Garrosh and all that shit coming into play too.
Mulleted electric guitar solo screaming, "This ain't your daddy's horn!" It is incredibly.
It only has soul because you're nostalgic about it. Yeah, I mean, I think it's just about what you prefer and what you don't prefer. I don't think either is really better than the other. I think they just serve a different purpose, right?
Trivial, but it is emblematic of a fair criticism of how the game has evolved over a decade and a half, increasingly focusing inwards.
No one is better.
I'm not even sure I should be saying criticism, though, because it's not even critical as much as it is merely descriptive. World of Warcraft has undeniably changed over the years, but the goodness or badness of most of these changes really comes down to a question of values. What do the players and creators like in the game? What do they want out of the game?
That's really what it boils down to. What do you like, right? And then that's it. That's pretty much as simple as that is. Kitku, thank you for the 2 months.
What does an ideal evening of play look like? They're not really questions with right and wrong answers, and no matter what answer you pick, it probably doesn't have some moral implication underneath. You're not a bad person if you want to quietly solo queue for dungeons and go through the game with an absolute minimum of social friction. Likewise, it's not a superior tier of gaming to prefer a game with aggressive social dependency and time sink gatekeeping. This is where I feel the need to acknowledge that a lot of the clamor for WoW Classic has been controversial, fraught with ego and drama, as a number of the high-profile personalities leading the charge are known for their toxicity and vitriol, having made something of a career in the very small but highly competitive niche of complaining about World of Warcraft.
And it also really sucks that the things that gets the most views or up likes or, you know, comments.
He's a tank for the group, the BRD group. I don't know. He's also in the guild. Flying to BRD. BRD is a dungeon, bro. You got just to get here is such a pain in the ass. I was in the BFD group we were in, Nomer. Did that yesterday. No, I wasn't really here last phase. I skipped phase 2. I wasn't in the guild phase 1 either. I was just kind of just chilling. Phase 1, skipped phase 2, and then came back for phase 3. Mm-hmm. Bro, it's such a long flight. But at least you have oh, you have a mount, so it's all good. Oh yeah, nice. Yo, Jeff, guess what? This rogue has a dark whelpling pet. Remember that dark whelpling?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's been a while though. Bro, it's been a long time since I played retail.
So yeah, you guys are gonna have to like guide me through a couple of, like I did this like once, maybe like a couple weeks back. I wasn't really interested in farming it, but yeah, just point me where I gotta pick up the mobs and shit.
Yes. Well, you're only in here with me. This other guy's still can't even get level 50, so I don't know what's up with him. But the rest of us are already in here. I have to get the key, so we can't go left yet. We have to go through to the arena.
Pickpocket it?
Yeah, but we
should
do the arena. We still should do the arena though, right?
Oh yeah.
But yes, they can. I would just also like to get the key once and for all. Yes, fucking rogues can pickpocket, but also fuck rogues, and we should be able to get it ourselves.
Yeah. I've been planning on getting that key anyways for Phase 4 when I do arena runs when the Savage Gladiator chain is out.
I think we can get. We definitely should get a wild offering, and I want to get to Fire Forge or whatever because that's where my last mage book is.
Okay.
But I forgot what Fire Forge was.
Oh, me too. Maybe where Incendious is or whatever, the fire elemental boss dude, like in the middle with the anvil. Maybe that's.
No, I think he's a dwarf in that room with the. I know what anvil you're talking about, but I think this guy's a dwarf.
Okay.
I don't fucking remember either, bro. Hang on,
like towards like Anvil Forge and like or Anger Forge, I mean, and then there's like a which calls it a stone boss. Dude, let me look at Atlas. Dude, what the hell is his name? Yeah, Ankle Forge, and then like right before the Guzzler, Golem Lord. I think it's that room, right? I'm pretty sure. I think I remember like some bookshelves in there at like near one of the corners, I think, or maybe it's just a Mandela effect.
Nope, I found it. I spoke to the guy when I was alive. I mean, when I was dead.
Oh yeah, yeah. You gotta be dead again to turn it in.
Yep, I need to go be alive. Oh, fuck. Okay, I gotta run. I got time. Okay, net.
Yeah, that's where it starts off at, right? You have to be dead to pick it up. So I'm gonna have to die and go pick that up, right? Like, die to lava, I'm guessing. I don't know, like, yeah. There's a chain that goes.
You can jump down. Yeah, just jump down. I just died. Fuck, he's alive. I need to talk to him. I need to be in there while I'm alive, though. My book. Fuck.
I think, like, after one of the parts where we go get the item from Douchebag, it's like around all the golems room where it's like a way to go up and down the stairs. Like, that's like, that whole room is like stairs basically, like around the outsides. How I'm describing I don't know if that I can describe it better. But there's like a gnome dude we gotta kill there, right? Like, and then when you turn it in, you have to be dead as well to the guy that you originally picked it up from. Yeah, like where the graveyard's at, or I don't even know. No, they make us run from like north, right? Burning Steps, or not Burning Steps, what the fuck's that called? Searing Gorge.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a hike from Searing Gorge, yeah.
Yeah, I've done plenty of ghost runs here. I mean, basically, if you wipe in Molten Core, you've got to do the same ghost run as well in, like, BWL. UBRS, LBRS. Remember, there was a way around this on hardcore. Like, you didn't have to die to talk to the dude. I think he was just visible to you while you were alive on hardcore.
You got a 50 on hardcore without dying?
60. As a Shaman Tank, actually.
Word. Dude, that scared the fuck out of me. Shaman Tank, too? Fuck that. I mean, if you're careful, but people suck so much, they fuck it up.
I accidentally let someone die, but like they died to try and save me because like I finished an LBRS run and I jumped down a couple of levels and like I jumped into mobs we didn't clear, so I was like, oh shit, yeah, I'm dead, guys. And the guys that were on Discord were like, oh shit, I'm coming down to save you. One dude taunted off, I think it was a warrior, but he left and petried eventually, so the healer was like this pug. This was during the hardcore tournament on Skull Rock. I was already playing on Skull Rock. I wasn't part of the tournament. Like, yeah. But, yeah, our resto shaman jammed down and, like, he tried to save me in an act of good faith or something. But, yeah, that was, like, the only time someone's died, like, on my account. But, like, every other time, like, in terms of tanking, holding aggro, I've never let anyone die. Well, I skipped some dungeons that were sketchy, though. Cause, like, I have to like be always stocked up on what the hell these called oils of immolation for like AoE throat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I gotta die right here. Yeah. Or no, I gotta be dead and come here.
You gotta die and then go down, kind of down the down this chains. I gotta go up the chains right now.
So I think I gotta die over here. I'm hella broke today. I farmed up gold and I spent 50 gold for like more bank space. And the last one cost like 100 gold, so it's like, I don't know if I'll get that just yet, but I needed it to like get all of these, I have like a full spell power set I use for like Ellie, but I'm not spec Ellie and don't plan on it till like phase 4, so it's like, I'm just gonna keep my...
When is phase 4? October?
Not October. Holy shit, that's like a lot of months from now, ain't it? Like, what is it? March, April, June. Wait, what is what is the month?
We're in May right now.
May. Like either the end of this month or like the beginning of next month, I think.
That's cool.
Like if it's the same length as like other phases, like last phase. I think there was a point where someone already pointed out, it was like, it's already halfway through phase 3, so it's like, I would think maybe sometime at the end of this month we'll get phase 4, maybe, like 2 or 3 more weeks. Have you done any Sunken Temple?
Not yet. I just got to 50 a few days ago.
Okay. Man, I was one of those nerds that did it like, or I got 50 on the second day, then I was like immediately in a raid like an hour or so after. I didn't really collect much like, but I was already like kind of bis from like last phase, so it was like I went in there, Shaman Tank, I think got 5 out of 8, and I joined a guild the next week and we got 8 out of 8. But there was like a bunch of nerfs because like the raid was like stupidly high tuned to where bosses had more HP than like Ragnaros on Era.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, on hardcore, probably the hardest thing I did tank was like just off tanking in UBRS. When we did molten core, they were like, "No, it's all good, man. You don't gotta tank." They didn't trust, so I was like, "Fair enough." I just enhanced DPS. Not there. This guy. So the quest we're picking up is Dark Iron Legacy, right? I don't know if he has me muted or something, or he's...
Yeah, we can share the rest.
Alright, that's the main one I want because I believe that's the one that leads to getting the key, right? Pretty sure. They're beating my ass.
Oh, are you? Wait, where are you dead? I can come res you.
I'm like right outside the instance. Just probably walk a little bit 10 seconds away from the instance portal. I'm like right there. I got rooted by these dwarf bastards.
I don't fucking see. Yeah, they. Oh wait, I think I see you. No, that's. There you are. I got you.
Sweet, thanks. You use a scroll on me?
Yep.
Okay. Thanks. I'm just thinking, wait, mages only got like a couple ways to res. It's like the staff and the scrolls. But normally when I'm playing my mage, I never have those scrolls on me.
Yeah, I only had 4 ever.
Alright, I've been holding in a piss. I'm gonna take a piss and then grab a beer and I'll be ready to go. Alright, I'm back.
Okay.
Alright, where to? Are we taking a hard left here, rather, or?
Bro, I fucking honestly don't know.
I don't either. I'm just pulling shit.
Your totem's pulled. I think it's down that way.
Our boy was You guys got this. Hopefully. I mean, they're all pretty low, actually. They're all, like, less than 10%. Oh, no.
Oh,
Healer got taken out. No.
That fucking shield slammed me. Or shield bashed me.
I won't do his big pulls this time, actually. I'll do more chill, like, one pack at a time deal. Man, if only these rogues had engineering for like the revive thing.
Yeah, the jumper cables.
You'd think most rogues would have that as a talent setup or a talent choice.
Well, engineers.
It's like you can make some good pieces of gear with engineering besides just leatherworking. I'm pretty sure like that's my best for DPS is like I gotta be like a leatherworker and engineer, but it's like I'm already like a skinner and engineer, so it's like I kind of wanted to skin devil swords. But yeah, that's also my bad. I need to keep an eye out on healer's mana before I go pulling like that.
Was he
He might have been like, I could look at the VOD, like I'm streaming now. I'm pretty sure that's on me.
Your totem's definitely pulled.
Yeah, I know that. That didn't help at all either. Rogue's got to start distracting and stuff and doing rogue stuff. No, I'm kidding.
I don't think he can. I don't think they can distract. Oh yeah, they can. They can distract in combat.
Yeah.
They just have to be out of combat.
My God,
Doesn't have to be stealth to distract.
Yeah. But I'm saying that jokingly. I know it's my fault, but I'm like, just what you calls it, banter. I mean, I have been saved by rogues who distract and stuff, but like a pat coming our way. But yeah. But that's mainly in hardcore where I've seen that happen.
Mind Soothe is pretty good for that too, until they resist.
Yeah, if only we had
a priest in here, bro. Just all let it work. Oh, the guy's crying in jail. That's funny as fuck.
I mean, that's bad too.
Dude, stuck in a jail. But the way they have him in there, there's like slave, and then it's like fucking a hole in the wall and a grate in front of it. A man and a woman just sitting there crying.
Wait. Just pulled these. So I'm just realizing I pulled with the Druid in.
Yeah, just be careful.
I can use my maelstroms to heal myself. He's got me though. I'll let our boy drink.
I think we should go there.
I think that like circles around the arena and like a couple things, or over there where the skull's marked.
Yeah, I put the skull up for you.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Man, you got me on the surround sound.
Yep.
We got the whole game on surround sound. He likes to be immersed. That guy's still good, man. I'll keep playing. Oops. Alright, I'm gonna have to give this Druid a mana break here. Plus you too, you guys look really thirsty.
Prison cell key, which I don't have.
I think we get it from something here. I don't know. Someone's always opened that, or I think. Yeah, actually.
Here we go. Oh, we go left. We go left and up.
Left and up. So we're going over here.
We go left and up.
Oh yeah. I see. Yeah, arena. Pulling my totems away.
Slow poke the fucking roads. Alright, let's go. We should be able to get a WO from here, right?
I don't know. I've never did the wild offering in this, but well, we couldn't find the wild offering dude, so I don't know where it's at.
It's like a phased out enemy after the arena, I think. But most people just do the arena. They're trying to get the shoulders, the male shoulders.
I think that was something I needed as like pre-bis, but I don't need it anymore because I've got like my bis now.
Why did he open it? Oh, that's part of it.
So I need a magic display for those, huh? Not really, I mean... 50%? Oh, actually, that's kind of fucky. What's this guy drop? Oh, this guy drops the male shoulders you're talking about, yeah?
Maybe.
Prebus axe here. Yeah, I can see why those are prebus. They're like almost like the shoulders I have, but like with just a bit tinier stats. Boo. Fucking pally gear.
Always like that. Why they drop pally loot? What the fuck?
Are we going up through the grim? I mean, like this area? Yeah, we're going up. Yeah. And I believe there's like a fire alley, so I need to drop like fire resist totem.
Oh, and there's a boss down here to the left.
To the left? I think it's like where we need the key to open it up, right?
It opens the door. There's a lever down there.
Yeah, you can only click that.
Don't die! Don't die!
I'm gonna LOS these guys. Our boys, boom. I don't know how we pulled more than that. Was I pulling more shit? Or did we like body pull? I thought we just had those two dudes. But to the left, I'm pretty sure we need the key, the SSF key or whatever it's called, from the questline we're doing.
Yeah, if we go down that thing, there's a boss down there, and he drops the key, I think, for the prison cell, right? Or there's a lever or fucking something. It's down that ramp.
I know there's. I've done Era before. Like I'm very familiar with what you're trying to tell me, but like that needs the SSF key, the lever that opens up the next part that goes down the hallway. We need to go up through the arena, like right around the corner, like up those stairs, like and go back into the arena room on the top end, and then we go through there. Then we take a left there, or we gotta clear out the right, but then take a left, and there's a gnome. Like eventually we'll reach that drops the quest item we need. Speak with Flank from Farlight if you are interested. Oh shit! Did I not talk to this douchebag? Hold on, I gotta talk to him maybe, or I feel like I did, but I'm gonna talk to him just in case. Like we could, like once we go, cause you know what you're trying to tell me where there's this lever, like it'll allow us to go further in, down that hallway to our left. But we wouldn't be able to get past it unless we had the lever. But there's a jump skip to get past all that shit to get to, I believe it's Anchor Forge. He's like the next boss. I think it's Anchor Forge. Yeah, before Golem. That goes to the Golem room. Then that goes to the bar area, the Grim Guzzler. I think that's what it's called. I'm gonna talk to this ghost prick just in case. I'm just looking at my quest log. I don't know, like it says talk to him, but like I'm pretty sure I did. I'm just gonna double check.
I don't remember. There's a guide to this for sure, but
Well, I've done this pretty recently on hardcore. Like this definitely is the way. Like, but we did this without dying type of deal.
yeah.
So slay Phineas Darkfire and recover the Great Hammer, Ironfell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know where that guy is, and that's not down the stairs.
There's a red guy down there that's a boss, though, right?
No, they're all just normal mobs down there.
But like to go across the crosswalk, isn't there like a lever we have to pull to move the chain?
Yeah, and that's after we get the key, and you need the key to press that lever. Only people with the key can press that lever, or you can do the Shadow Forge key is what we're after. Yeah, we need that thing. Like after we do this quest, we gotta die again, and then go turn the quest in. We should get the Shadow Forge key from this dude here. Or wait, actually, I don't think we have to die again. But like, no, it just starts at this guy. I think we ended like in the dungeon. I'm very familiar with this. Like I've gotten this key before, at least once, twice, or 3 times at some point, like on 2 different era accounts, and like once on hardcore. So we got to go back up to Armory once we've all ran back here. Or not Armory, the stadium place we just fought at. What the hell was that called? Ring of Law. And then we got to go upstairs of Ring of Law and then go through the dungeon to the point where that gnome guy is. Like I know where he's at.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go back to where we died.
So this time I'll pull them a bit back, so we don't pull it. Wait, it wasn't this. It was up here. I'll pull them back down to the staircase so we don't pull everything. Actually, no, I need that. And then this. So like down here, there's this thing right here that you were talking about, like the Shadowforged lock, like right over here. It's like the lever you were talking about. It requires a Shadowforged key. Oh shit. So we want to go up these stairs first, because like that hallway over here, like we're not going to be able to get past it without that lever you were talking about, but we need the key. And since we did the Ring of Law fight, these guys are all neutral now, so we can like walk past here without having to fight all these dudes. Yeah, whenever we get one of these fire dudes, we want to kill them first. Because they're doing the most damage to me. Like, I have, like, plenty of armor, but, like, their fire damage is just going through all that. So I want to clear out these guys here, because we're going to have to turn in the quest over here. So, and plus there might be a chance of a rare dude spawning over this way, but we clear this out anyways.
Yeah, because the statue, yeah.
Yeah. That's where we get the Shadowforged key from. That's the turn-in right over this way.
I'm about to go to the gym.
Alright, have a good one, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, this guy's a rare spawn, I think. This Pyromancer Lord Grain, so he's gonna drop something juicy.
Hell yeah.
God damn, 20 spell power. Wow, that's really good for boomies and like restos, huh?
No, I thought it was for mages.
I mean, it's leather. If you could wear leather, sure. Okay, we turn this the item in, the flurry axe thing or whatever, back to that for the Shadowforged key.
Yeah, the Iron Fell Hammer.
Yeah, Iron Fell Hammer. Can I, or no, I can mark this. Yeah, we all want to kill that fire douchebag first.
Bro. You keep pulling too many, bro.
I mean, I didn't pull those dudes on purpose. I was just mean to get the 2 fire dudes. Those guys were like patrolling.
You gotta play it like you're playing hardcore, bro. Careful.
Well, you want me to run back the bridge and LOS those guys? I mean...
I can come back and res, but I gotta zone out first.
Alright. I mean, if you don't make it, we're still running.
Well, we'll keep running.
This guy is mad.
You have onks though, right?
No.
No? Oh, you didn't buy any?
Didn't buy any. Someone's crying in your background. What the hell?
It's the prisoners in the cell.
Are you like streaming from prisoners or playing from prison?
The prisoners in the game.
Wait. Oh, that's. Oh, okay. I'm like, wait, what? I'm forgetting.
There's prisoners in the BRD, bro. As soon as you walk in, there's prisoners in a cage that are just crying when you walk by.
Yeah. I keep forgetting you got like loudspeakers on. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, just run back, bro. So, your onks cost like, I don't know, 40 silver, whereas my scrolls are, who the fuck knows the cost.
Honestly, I just always forget. Like, this has been like a constant thing for years that I just forget, like, to buy onks. It's like, it's not like a gold thing. It's just like, I just fucking forget all the time. I use them all up in like PvP to like kill some motherfucker.
Do you have weak auras?
No, I use tell me when.
You should set a weak aura for when you don't have onks in your bag. You can be like, buy onks, red crush the screen.
Yeah, like I get your anger because like that would save us plenty of time if I had like fucking onks, but I just don't, man. I always forget.
I'm not angry, bro. I'm good. I'm cool.
I mean, I'd be pissed too. Like if the shaman was like, "So you got an onk?" and it's like, "No." It's like, "Why not, man?"
Well, if you would onk where you're standing anyways, it wouldn't matter. You can't onk there. I was just asking just in general.
Yeah, I haven't onked since probably like maybe a couple of weeks ago in like Sunken Temple mid-fight.
Yeah, you should get an onk though.
Yeah, I know, man. I'm bad for that. But I mean, if this was like a priest healer, though, he would have been able to easily keep me alive. This guy's like struggling. Oh, fuck. So, I guess that's it, huh?
What's that?
Druid left, Rogue logged off.
No, they're coming back. What do you mean?
Druid, what, did he tell you?
He didn't tell me.
How do you know he's coming back?
Oh, because they're friends.
I mean, didn't the dude just basically ninja log there and then Druid left?
Scarberry just logged out of the game. He's gone.
Well, I guess that's it then, yeah?
Yeah, it looks like it.
God damn. Well, we're... actually, that's kind of shit.
It sucks. I really want this fucking key.
I want it too. Like, I don't have it yet either. We were like almost there type of deal, but like, this druid like should be able to easily keep, like, I don't have this problem like tanking raid bosses and shit. It's like
It wasn't the raid boss. It was just too many enemies.
yeah, but like I can handle that. It's just like Drew doesn't do as much. They have like a lot of hots for healing. It's like they don't have like instant like big boy heals like I would get from like a shaman or like a mage.
Yeah, they do. They do have big boy healing.
What is it? Like healing?
Nature's touch. Nature's touch.
I don't know. I wasn't getting it from this guy. Is that him playing with you in the room that's like defending?
Who?
Is that him in the room with you?
There's nobody in the room. There's nobody in the room with me.
Or maybe I'm just hearing myself. You have,
I don't have a headset on, so you're probably picking up my in-game sound in the microphone.
Most likely.
I'm gonna see if somebody from my guild will come in the slot.
I'm literally in the same guild as you.
I'm asking people from the guild.
No, there is definitely someone else and with him. I can hear it, and this guy's just gonna deny it. Like, sorry for fucking helping. Like, the key ain't that big to me, but I mean, I could get it.
I think I've completed the entire library.
I mean, do you got any like healing runes? Like, you could heal me.
Yeah, I can heal if I have to.
But I don't know, like, if we're gonna 3-man this shit, it's these bastards in the middle. They like kind of stuck there. I could pull them separately. It's like 2 of them besides the fire dudes. But that goes to like the next room where the dude is actually in. So like we're right next to where that gnome dude for the quest is. Like we're actually so damn close. That's why I was like, oh fuck. Oh. People leave it.
I can heal it if I have to.
Like I think if I mark these 2 dwarf dudes, like me, you, and the rogue could get this, and then we'll burn one of the Ellies real quick. Because I think this was literally the Pat that killed us, that came with the fire Ellies.
I'm back in Undercity.
Oh, okay, I see. I mean, find someone. I guess if you're already back in town, may as well find someone. But I don't know how long it takes for these to like respawn.
Yeah, a couple of respawns, no big deal. I'll just try to get 2 more.
I think actually it's only like the mobs that like have like a padded route, those respawn, so it might be like 1 or 2 things that you see up. Oh shit, a priest, a level 37 priest, that's wunderbar. He definitely won't pull the entire instance.
He said invite.
Probably thought BFD, because like it's like close enough to BRD. Arathi Basin though. Well, there goes all my supplies. Well, not supply. I had some extra. I had some 1 mongoose and 1 elixir of the giants. It was assuming we wouldn't die, but can't trust random druid healers these days. Like, someone tell me this was trash healing, like healing done. what was that? 560. Like, is this not enough to like keep my ass alive from like a single druid healer, or am I missing something here? I don't think that row's coming back, my guy. I mean, I guess there's one healing touch that's the big juicy thing that I need to see more of, but it's just like, Oh shit, the guy actually gave me 15 gold when I was like going for Silithus flight path from Ungoro. There was like this rogue that was like giving 15 gold for a cleared Nomergon lockout so I can do my quest. I'm like, yeah, you can just take this. I mean, if you want to COD me golds or whatever, you don't really have to. But he's like, yeah, I'll give it to you. Oh, and did he ever give it to me? Hopefully it's 15 gold in the mail. My ass is broke. I just bought like another bank slot so I could like get rid of all my Ellie gear that I'm not going to be using till like phase 4 for Altering Valley. Oh shit, we got a healer. Oh god, it's another druid. Man. I mean, with how broken shamans are and like everything, like I feel like I should be like surviving this shit. It's solid. Like what the fuck? They're like level 50s and everything. What can I listen to while these people? Oh yeah, we're listening to this.
Is always negative shit. Whenever you're bashing something or whenever you're complaining, that's what gets the most likes and that's what gets the most, you know, likes on Reddit and comments and everything like that. For the most part, that's true, because, and yeah, that's everything though. Yeah, that is everything. It's dude. That, why do you think the news are all depressive all the time and it's always, you know, war, like, you know, sad shit happening?
Is this guy enhanced?
People just that's just what people want to hear about for some reason. It is what it is. But it does suck. It does suck. It sells. Yeah, it sells for sure.
I'll buy you some fucking
I'm trying always to
reagents.
Be like, tell you to do that. Like, focus on the negatives.
No, I'll do it for you.
Hard sometimes when it's all that's like around, right? Like being negative about being negative. Nah, I'm not. I think it's just, I don't know. For me, it's like if you don't like something, just don't. Just don't revolve yourself around that area. Don't like go in and search more, like, you know, seek more negativity. Don't like go and spread all the hate, right? But I guess that's
what exactly do you need? What's the reagent?
Classic retail WoW, whatever the heck. People want their version that they prefer
something like that
to be the popular one, right? So if there's like a hate wagon coming on some like showing up to one of the sides, then they like want to jump on that and they want to be like, oh shit, mine is better, right?
Bro wants to like.
It's an evolutionary trait. Our brains try to protect us.
I don't buy onks because I don't expect.
By keeping an eye on bad things happening, so we can avoid them. I mean, yeah, it probably goes down to that, right?
The game. They want to make it different. They want to do things just a little bit different. Oh, maybe I just...
The no changes movement. Ooh.
Just want group finder. Hey,
imagine showing Cease the Discovery to like Aspen back in 2017 or to me or to anyone else, right? I don't know. Like that shit would not fly.
Gear doesn't match. Maybe I'll just transmog this helmet. Fuck you. You're gonna wear that pink helmet and you're gonna like it. Those chromatic boots looking like a goddamn clown with your DPS warrior? That's you.
Alex Sensual,
face,
yeah.
It's a square, all right? 8 pixels, you're gonna love it. It's gonna be the exact same. We're not gonna give up, we're not gonna stop. No changes.
The basic argument from these outrage merchants is that WoW, as it currently exists, is bad, unlike some point in the past where WoW was good. And I really need to point out that this argument has been working for over a decade. It is not a new phenomenon by any means.
Why having badges be given by every single freaking instance in the entire game is an absolutely awful idea. Possibly,
Total Biscuit,
the worst idea I have ever seen Blizzard come up with in their entire history. Alright, this goes beyond everything. This goes beyond putting Nax version 2 in the game. This goes beyond every stupid thing they have ever done. I mean, really. This goes beyond the whole, hey, let's give them some Black Temple level epics.
He was also so mad. Wasn't his Total Biscuit, he was like the cynical Brit. Wasn't that like his like kind of like name? I remember.
I know it goes beyond that. It's incredibly pants on head in every possible
makes sense.
respect.
There's no consensus on when that peak was, when WoW was truly the best, but it's generally agreed by that community to be somewhere during the first 3 phases of the game, between 2004 and 2010. This has created an environment where WoW Classic has been positioned explicitly in contrast to Battle for Azeroth as the real world of Warcraft, the pure experience, spiritually untainted, the mythological prelapsarian version, an experience so perfect that it will restore World of Warcraft to the position of cultural relevance that it held when seemingly everyone and their dog had a subscription. It's effectively a church schism in video game form. That level of intensity in the conversation can make productive analysis somewhat difficult, as the arguments for that position aren't always coherent. A big hitch in these kinds of public conversations is that there's a performance angle, and people tend to skew towards the answers that they believe are correct, or the answers that they believe the audience wants to hear, the opinion that you're supposed to have, rather than the answers that are true. They tend to lean really heavily on value statements, appeals to the things that the wider social group believe are superior qualities, which can lead to some hot nonsense, like saying that World of Warcraft was best when it was hardest back in Classic, which is a comical statement because
Classic isn't hard by any means, except getting ranked 14. That's one of the most prestigious things you can ever achieve in World of Warcraft gaming history. But it's true. Like I don't know, I never understood why people said Classic WoW was hard. Because it isn't. It really isn't. It's probably one of the more casual friendly in terms of like, you know, achieving things, right? But it's just a long grindy game.
Classic just isn't very
it's grindy.
hard. Now, I do want to walk a fine line here, because when it comes to talking about video games and difficulty...
For its times, it actually was. Not really. I mean, in terms of like games back then, I mean, it was considered a quite casual, friendly game for MMOs, right? Because every other MMO for the time was extremely like sweaty, and it was like you had to invest so much time, right? People say like hard like Dark Souls, as in requires the occasional thought. I mean, I don't know.
The conversation turns into a swamp super fast, because the language that we use to talk about the systems and interactions isn't particularly well developed. So people
there was no meta. People was dog shit at the game. Just because people are better at a game doesn't make the game difficult. That just means that people are bad at the game, right? I mean, that doesn't mean that the game is hard. It's a really, I mean, people just had really shit computers back then, and they ran on like 10 FPS on a CRT monitor, you know? That doesn't mean the game is difficult. Giant Buckethead, thank you for the 14 months. Hey Guzo, is this your brother? Yeah, this is my older brother, man.
Just shouting the
4
same
minutes from
words
Furday.
at each other with different implicit meanings, and it goes nowhere. Mainstream video games bias towards tests of reflexes, or the ability to execute a complex pattern consistently or with precision. And this is a thing that you're supposed to like and desire and appreciate. The vast majority of the challenge in World of Warcraft Classic, however, is extremely simple from an execution standpoint, and is really more of a test of patience. I'm not saying that is a bad thing, by the way. Tests of endurance, tests of patience are a form of difficulty.
Which is why rank 14 is factually stated one of the more difficult gaming achievements in history. True.
Is a skill that is being tested, but it's still not what people are typically referring to when they say hard games. WoW Classic is a very...
Would I say hardcore is difficult? Not really. It's just, you can go through hardcore and have it be quite... Dude, thank you for the subs, by the way. What the heck? Yo, thank you so much for the 3 subs, Aruna. Quixie. Thank you so much for the 3 subs. Hardcore in of itself is not difficult. It just takes a lot of time. You could go through the entire leveling process and not have any like close calls if you just play very, very chill. The thing that makes hardcore fun and enjoyable, I think, is trying to push, you know, the envelope and then try to like do more like difficult things. So that makes it hard, right? 25 sub badge now. Hey, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Slow game, and it punishes mistakes with heavy time costs, but
Bukati,
even
thank
then
you for the
it's
14
not
months.
exactly as taxing as a marathon.
Yeah.
Most of the content can be trivialized, the vast majority of it is not particularly difficult to execute, there's no requirement to do it in a single setting or a tight time span, and it is certainly not more difficult to execute than basically anything that came afterwards.
Yeah.
All the difficulty is piled into a willingness to wait, to be cautious, to spend time recovering after every single fight. And
Molten Core is not hard. It's hard getting 40 people together to do a task. Okay, that's the difficult part about raiding in Classic. It's managing the goddamn raid.
And a failure of patience is typically met with a time sink as punishment. So there's this syllogism at play where we take three suppositions. A, hard games are
7
good.
months.
B, I liked World of Warcraft in 2006. C, I like good games.
Okay.
I liked World of Warcraft, and I like good games, therefore World of Warcraft was good, and good games are hard games, therefore World of Warcraft must have been hard because I like it, and I like good games.
Okay.
This isn't really that weird. People do tend to be pretty bad at figuring out why they like the things they like, so they just assume that their stated values apply to the things they enjoy.
Okay.
And yes, to bring this back around, World of Warcraft has undeniably changed over the years, and the changes have collectively been dramatic. Not just changes in terms of graphical updates, large swaths of new content, or the world overhaul of Cataclysm, but philosophically. The ideas answering questions like what makes good content have shifted and morphed over the years, often subtly, sometimes drastically. I want to remove the outrage merchants from the equation and contrast some of these changes honestly, because while on a personal level, I think a lot of people have been hoodwinked by outrage merchants into parroting bad syllogistic arguments, I don't think people are being disingenuous when they say they enjoyed WoW more in the past than they do in the present.
No.
And that it's not all nostalgia.
I don't think it is all nostalgia. I think nostalgia is a big driving factor for the enjoyment of the game, but it's just a good game that people enjoy for different reasons that you would enjoy, you know, Dragonflight right now. Gralo, thank you for the 12 months. Thank you so much for the subs, guys. I really appreciate that. So many subs. SP, what's up? 2019 proved it wasn't just nostalgia ammo. Oh, for sure. Yeah, I mean, it's a great game, but it is a different experience, right? It's a different enjoyment of it, you know? I enjoy Mythic Plus. Mythic Plus is great.
Nostalgia is, of course, an important part of the overall picture. World of Warcraft landed at a really formative time for a lot of people, a time when they were in high school or in college and had a lot of free time, and all their friends had a lot of free time, and their life meshed well with the pace of the game, and the game became their shared social space.
Yep.
That is a potent element.
It is.
But it's not the whole story.
It is extremely potent having, like, memories with your friends of a certain time period. I think that's also, like, why some music you can remember some music really fondly. Maybe you don't really like the song in itself, you just really like the time on which you listen to that song, right? Like, it's just how that is. There's a lot of nostalgia, though. There are probably way more people who played Classic in 19 than stuck around. I mean, yeah, for sure. I mean, you're not going to have that many people, like, stick around for that long, but I think it's still just a good game, right?
The hashtag no changes crowd has an entire warehouse of rose-colored glasses, but that doesn't mean Classic is devoid of value if you aren't wearing them.
No.
We can't uncross a river, but if we walk through this, we can maybe put together a reasonable portrait of the differences and understand why some players justifiably feel like they've been left behind by the changes over the years, and in turn, what Classic has to offer.
Yep. Fresh is super fun because it's a new thing, but even today the interest falls off fast. You just can't have the same high and enjoyment as before. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, that's just how, I mean, but I think that's just how it is with every single game now, man. Like, anything comes out, people grind the living crap out of it for, like, you know, a few days or a few weeks, and then they say no content, dead game, and then another game needs to be released for something, you know, for something new to come in.
World of Warcraft Battle for Azeroth is a very busy game. There is a lot to do, and the game has a tremendous array of content for players of all stripes, ranging from player versus player competition.
There is actually a lot of things to do in current WoW, for sure. Lansafar, thank you for the 33 months. Says 33, almost as old as Guzu.
to skill testing group content,
Thank
to
you.
trivial
Thumbs up.
mini games, and ARG-style community treasure hunts. With 15 years of iteration, there are very few styles of play that aren't accounted for, in particular if you are in the majority of players that prefer a social solo experience.
Yeah.
Meaning that you like having other people around, you like the multiplayer elements being seamlessly integrated and not a separate game mode, but you still prefer to spend the majority of your time playing alone.
Fuck me.
You don't want to have
Fuck.
to coordinate multiple schedules.
I think a lot of people
Right at the bottom where the
like
chains
having-
are. Well, they have to run back as ghosts. They have to run here as ghosts. Yeah. And they have to then come back alive. So I just figured they can res me. But yeah, I forgot to eat at the step. I forgot. I thought I could make it, and I'd land at like 10%. Oh no! You beat him? He's gonna run on back down. Yep. Well, maybe they'll do that and then we can just res them. Can you get him? Yeah, hit McWiggin and Jocon are both getting the quest. Joe Con's almost here now too. Mick Wiggins back, so he's going up. Joe Con will get here too. Yeah, it is, bro. You're ghost forming it back is a long ass walk. Okay, I think McWiggin should have it by now. Wait, don't yet. Wait, no, I think he's figuring it out. Yeah, he can accept it or not. Okay, cool. Yeah, he's got it. Let's go. See this wrapped up, because I gotta get off here. As soon as we get this key, I gotta bounce. Got stuff to do tonight. Yeah. Yeah, we're good. I need that. I need him. He's here. Yeah, I can make that. It's tailoring. Okay, let's get it. Yeah, I just want to get this fucking key. No. I know what's up. Left. Oh, my money too. You better run me that check. These were. Yeah, I want to say they're fucking 16 silver a piece. 15. I just gave you 15 onks. Yeah, 240. It's 240. 15 onks times 16 silver is 2 gold, 40 silver. It's all good, bro. It's fine. Now you have onks. A lot of onks. Yeah. No, you just pulled. You pushed in too far. That's what happened. Oh, he resisted my counterspell. Fucking resist. Remember, these guys are like level 51 and stuff, so we just hit them slower. You pulled him back, man. Yeah, just fish him back here. Yo, you there? Yeah. You just go into that room. Fuck these resist, bro. Fucking immune. We're in the room.
Hello.
Here we go. No, what's up, Tara?
Oh, not much.
We're getting the key in BRD right now.
Oh, nice. You're back.
Boss. Fucking resist. Yeah, but not really, bro. Not for mages, bro. Mages don't work like that. Because they heal like disc priests. We're here. Arcane Blast, it does healing. Oh yeah. You're talking about. Yeah. So it's temporal preservation. Yeah. But I don't think that it's worth it still, just for one spell. Like it's you put the buff on everybody and then you can just simply DPS and like No, let's just go. Let's keep going. They're here. Let's do it. Yeah. Yep. Jump down. Right. Yeah. Now we can get the lever. Yeah. Yeah. Don't do it. Don't. There's enemies there. Just go this way. That way it adds. Yeah, you need like a warrior for it. Especially next phase is gonna be really worth it. People are just saving them now. Go from behind. Totems. It's alright, stay in control, we got it. Keep yourself up. On. Healers it. Probably the fucking shaman who's been doing weird stuff all game. Fuck! So fucking close. That death disconnected. I was so close to being able to run out. Oh, so there's nothing for us anymore?
There is like
You mean the cloth pants that just dropped? The cloth pants that just dropped were the plus 40 healing pants. We got the hammer from Angerforge. Then we went back and got the key with the hammer that we got, the fell hammer. Oh, well, the guy that we killed dropped the cloth plus 40 healing pants. The guy we just killed. Okay, it's all good. Does Anger Force drop anything we can wear? No. I gotta go. All right, I gotta go.
Option to play with people, but for the most part, like, they just kind of want a lot of solo content to do as well, so they can just log in and play a little bit, and then if they want to do some group content, they can do that too, right? Blizzard should drop Classic as they're doing it now, like I've stopped after Cataclysm, and then just release fresh, no changes vanilla every year. I do wonder if they're gonna go down the road of just making, you know, Classic Mob, you know, everything, like, so on and so forth. I don't know if that's gonna be the move, man, but I guess we'll see, yeah.
Just to play the game. Not only is there a lot to do, but most of it can be completed in 10 to 20 minute chunks, with group activities taking bigger commitments of around 30 to 45 minutes in the case of dungeons, or a couple hours in the case of raids. So it's an environment where, depending on how much time you have to play, there's almost certainly something to do that is a structured task with concrete rewards.
I think something that could be really good for them to maybe do is, yeah, as you say, kind of stop Classic in a way after Cataclysm, and then do focus on those like remakes things, like do the mob remakes where people can go in for a month and experience that expansion like that and do it like that. Plunderstorm, do Plunderstorm for a month, and then, dude, yes, the classic Andes, the classic enjoyers, literally the way to satisfy that entire player base is just to give them a classic, no changes, fresh every one year. Give them a fresh once a year, go through the cycle of vanilla, and then next year do it again. They're happy. That's pretty much it.
Island Expedition.
Cassie Hasi, thank you for the 21 months. Do remix and retail for people that went into experience that for classic and it's just fresh every year? Yeah, honestly, that could be a really good way of going about it. Do a bunch of those remixed game modes, Plunderstorm, Pandaria remix, maybe even, you know, Legion remix if people want that for a month. And then for Classic, just do, you know, Classic fresh every year and then work on Classic Plus. Easy clappers in the chatters. You know, that's it.
Arena, Battlegrounds, Mythic Dungeons, Raiding, Pet Battles, World Quests, Professions, Achievements, Collections, Special Events. Oh my.
Classic anything is 2017, you can get teleported to the hardest dungeons in retail. I do think people have a skewed idea of that, what that is, but I think a lot of people that like play classic, they just don't want to like retail. Maybe a lot of the people that, you know, are classic mains would actually enjoy playing retail, but they don't want to enjoy it, because that means that they're going to the dark side of the force, right? And they want to be noble Jedis. So it's like, you know, it's just a losing battle in that regard.
Contrast, WoW Classic has relatively little variety when it comes to structured tasks.
I don't know about that. Obviously, that doesn't go for everybody. Obviously, but yeah.
There's dungeons, there's quests, there's professions, there's raids, and eventually there will be PvP battlegrounds. Though, once you get to max level, well, quests are a finite resource. It's not even super difficult to complete every possible high-level quest
don't force
in the
people,
game.
of course.
There is a very narrow and deliberate channel that players find themselves in. Questing leads to dungeons, and dungeons lead to raids, and raids in Classic mostly require 40 players, so they're not exactly the kind of thing you just casually toss together with the lads.
Yeah. I just hate the world and questing in retail. If you pull out the map and one AoE button and kill 50 mobs, doesn't feel like good Classic does. Can feel gear upgrades like you can in Classic. Epics are not epics in retail. I understand that as well, for sure. And I also think you shouldn't try to force the Classic players to play retail, because at this point it's such a different player base that they're probably never gonna enjoy it, which is completely fair too. And that like giving like a yearly Classic fresh or work on Classic Plus properly could be a good way of satisfying both people. Like the retail players will obviously have their updates with the current expansions and stuff, and Classic players can get to enjoy Classic with fresh, right?
In fact, really, in order to field a raid of 40 players, you need a pool of 60 to 80 players minimum to cover for different roles. People who need to leave early, people who can be there on Tuesday and Thursday but not Wednesday, people who aren't part of the core group but are basically the supply line for the raid, providing materials and consumables. So there's this pretty self-evident contrast between the game as it used to exist with relatively few defined activities and the game as it currently exists, awash in things to do. But that's just a surface level analysis, and this is where I think things get